ITCPH was a minor key player in the piggery business in the Philippines, trying to fight for its position as a training center. I remember the first thing that we bought was there were a couple of pencils and erasers and a ruler and a bundle of paper and notebooks, because yeah, you have to write down things and you have to start somewhere.
I think from the very start, kilala ng ITCPH doon sa training principle na learning by doing. Mahirap kasing magturo na puro sa lecture lang. We go outside the classroom, tapos nandyan yung training farm where they do the hands-on.
Kasi ang hands-on training talaga ang number one. Tawagin natin most effective method sa teaching kasi they do what they learn.
Katungtong ko lang noon sa ITCPH, gusto ko na yung atmosphere. Then yung learnings, iba sila sa ibang training na naatinan ko. At saka yung mga bagong teknolohiya tinuturo nila.
Malaking pasalamat ko sa natutunan ko sa ITCPH. Nakaka-inspire ng tao. Gusto talaga matuto.
ITCPH talaga, when you talk about swine, no other training center or no other institute or training center na comparable with ITCPH.
Ang ITCPH is service talaga for the pig farmers in the Philippines.
Well, ITCPH 1 is for our pork producers. That's why it's dedicated to the pig farmers. Will always be. We will always assure the best of services relative to anything under the sun in our soil. That's what ITCPH is.
ITCPH was a minor key player in the piggery business in the Philippines, trying to fight for its position as a training center. I remember the first thing that we bought was there were a couple of pencils and erasers and a ruler and a bundle of paper and notebooks, because yeah, you have to write down things and you have to start somewhere.
From the very start, kilala ng ITCPH doon sa training principle na learning by doing. Mahirap kasing magturo na puro sa lecture lang. We go outside the classroom, tapos nandyan yung training farm where they do the hands-on.
Kasi ang hands-on training talaga ang number one. Tawagin natin most effective method sa teaching kasi they do what they learn.
Katungtong ko lang noon sa ITCPH, gusto ko na yung atmosphere. Then yung learnings, iba sila sa ibang training na naatinan ko. At saka yung mga bagong teknolohiya tinuturo nila.
Malaking pasalamat ko sa natutunan ko sa ITCPH. Nakaka-inspire ng tao. Gusto talaga matuto.
ITCPH talaga, when you talk about swine, nothing, no other training center or no other institute or training center na comparable with ITCPH.
Ang ITCPH is service talaga for the pig farmers in the Philippines.
Well, ITCPH 1 is for our pork producers. That's why it's dedicated to the pig farmers. Will always be. We will always assure the best of services relative to anything under the sun about swine. That's what ITCPH is.
ITCPH was a minor key player in the piggery business in the Philippines, trying to fight for its position as a training center. remember the first thing that we bought was there were a couple of pencils and erasers and a ruler and a bundle of paper and notebooks, because yeah, you have to write down things and you have to start somewhere.
I think from the very start, kilala ng ITCPH doon sa training principle na learning by doing. Mahirap kasing magturo na puro sa lecture lang. We go outside the classroom, tapos nandyan yung training farm where they do the hands-on.
Kasi ang hands-on training talaga ang number one. Sabi ko, tawagin natin most effective method sa teaching kasi they do what they learn.
Katungtong ko lang noon sa ITCPH, gusto ko na yung atmosphere. Then, yung learnings, iba sila sa ibang training na atinan ko. At saka yung mga bagong teknolohiya tinuturo nila.
Malaking pasalamat ko sa natutunan ko sa ITCPH. Nakaka-inspire ng tao. Gusto talaga.
ITCPH talaga, when you talk about swine, no other training center or no other institute or training center na comparable with ITCPH.
Ang ITCPH is service talaga for the pig farmers in the Philippines.
Pangit pa naman ang buhok ko. Game na tayo. Good afternoon, everyone. So once again, welcome po sa second part ng ating in connection with the celebration of the ITCPH 35th year anniversary. So we are now here for the webinar. So we are live stream at Facebook and other online platforms. So to start with, let me introduce to you our resource person, our guest speaker for this afternoon. So currently, he is CEO or Chief Executive Officer of LG Petro Prime Corporation, formerly a Director of Packetworks. He graduated Chemical Engineering at De La Salle University and attended Disruptive Strategy in 2018 with Harvard Business School. He has the areas of expertise with skilled in Internet of Things, water utility management system, data analysis, strategic planning, business development, and public speaking. So help me welcome our guest speaker for this afternoon, Engineer Lawrence Guevarra.
Okay, all right. Hi, everybody. First of all, happy 35th anniversary to ITCPH. Thank you so much for inviting me over to speak about latest innovations and trends in relation to agriculture. And I'd like to thank everybody for coming over, for joining us in this online webinar. So I hope my connection is clear. I'm okay. First of all, may I ask the host to disable the screen? Enable the screen sharing, please. Oh, okay, all right. All right, so let me start with my presentation today. Oh, I think I still can't share my screen. Ms. Rhea, could you disable the, oh, okay, all right, here we go. All right, again, happy 35th anniversary to everybody. Again, thank you for coming out to be a part of this webinar. Very nice topic. It's called Green Pigs, Trending Innovation, Practical Solutions in this new generation. And again, thank you for inviting me over. So let me start by introducing myself. I had a great, na-introduce na ako kanina, but I'd like to just briefly then introduce myself. I'm the CEO of LG Petro Prime and still the director of Packetworks. So I'd like to share with you a little bit of our company. So LG is an Internet of Things company. So we provide end-to-end solutions to different industries, end-to-end digital solutions, one of which is smart farming. So we help farmers, we help them to convert their farms into smart farms. We provide different kinds of sensors to remotely monitor anything under the sun. The condition of your equipment, the condition of your assets, livestock. And again, we belong to the Internet of Things industry. So my presentation for today is all about Internet of Pigs. It's related to the Internet of Things. So we switch the things into pigs since we're talking about this today. And let me present to you three things today. Let me share with you the realities in this new normal, what's happening currently in the world, what's happening because of the crisis, ano na yung new normal ngayon. And I'd like to share with you also kung paano tayo mag-thrive. How do we thrive in these uncertain situations and times? And then number two, I'll share with you solutions. My proposed solution, just a part of the solution is digitalization. So I'll focus more on that part, digitalization. And number three, I'll share with you the applications of digitalization or of IoT specifically in your farms. Okay, reality number one, let's start. Reality number one, this new normal, the new normal has profoundly changed the way we do our business. Tama ho ba? Diba? It really changed everything, the way we do business. Not just in our business, but in our normal lives. You know, when March 15 started, when this crisis, when this lockdown started, everybody switched to online shopping, online groceries. You know, our kids, we have two kids who will be starting their school, and they'll be going to online school. Marami nagbago, and this new normal, which we call, has really changed a lot of things, and it also changed a lot of things, most especially in the way we do business. Before we were talking about during the start, everybody had to stop. Everybody had to stop working. They had to work from home. May iba skeletal force, and some they need to remotely operate wherever they are, like what I said, you work from home. So the new normal has really profoundly changed the way we do business. Second reality in this new normal, maraming companies that will fail fast. There will be companies who will really fail, and not only fail, they will fail really fast. There will be some companies who will survive in this new normal, operations that will survive. But the good news is there will also be companies who will thrive. Maraming magpe-fail because of this crisis. Maraming mabubuhay lang. Ngunit marami rin. Meron ding mga companies na uunlad pa at lalaki pa ngayong panahon ng crisis. So just briefly, I'll share with you who will be the companies who will fail. Ang mga companies that will fail in this new era of technology are those companies who are not flexible. Ito yung mga companies that couldn't change. No? Companies that will fail in this new normal will be companies who will wait for things to go back to normal. They wish bumalik na sa dati, but sad to say, it's not going back. It might be, but it may take a while. But you know, a lot of people are saying it might not ever come back anymore. So there's a new normal, and we have to adjust. Companies that will fail are led by frozen leaders. Ito yung mga leaders that when March 15 happened, they didn't know what to do. They just waited and hoped that things would go back to normal. But again, normal might not go back, might not come back anymore. Then who are the companies who will survive in this age of digitalization? These are companies who will just, okay, they will survive. They won't fail, but they will just survive. These are led by hesitant leaders. No? They will adopt to the technology. They will adopt to digitalization, but not really fully adopt. They say what's happening now, what they're doing, adopting a little bit is good enough. But we all know that good enough is not good enough. But there will be companies also who will thrive. Maraming companies na magta-thrive, and the companies who will thrive will be led by agile leaders. And that's you who are watching today. Those who are willing to be flexible, to adapt to the new technologies, you will thrive in this new normal. What agile leaders say, agile leaders who will thrive in this new normal, ang sasabihin nila, always in their mind, let's focus on what we can do instead of what we can't do. They say, our mission as a company is more important than outdated methods, practices, and traditions. Does it sound familiar? Always remember that, think of your mission. What is the mission of your company? It should be more important than what your outdated methods are or your traditional practices are. If you have this mindset, I know that you will surely thrive in this new normal. Okay. Agile leaders are also those who are flexible, willing to change and adapt quickly to these new technologies available for all of us. Number 3, reality in this new normal. This is just an introduction so that we can prime your minds on what's really happening nowadays. This pandemic, this crisis has accelerated the dawning of digitalization again in everything that we do. This pandemic, this crisis didn't change the way we should have done things. No? It just accelerated, napabilis lang, na dapat nag-digitalize na tayo ever since dati pa. No? But now during this crisis, lahat ay dapat mag-adapt na. And it just accelerated, napabilis lang niya yung pag-adapt natin lahat. And we want you, those who are here listening, you are leaders, you are influencers in your companies. And I believe that the adoption will happen and will start from you. Okay. I'd like to propose and I'd like to share with you a solution nowadays to what's happening around us. So the solution is digitalization, as I've been saying a while ago. And the solution specifically for that is the Internet of Things. What is Internet of Things? Internet of Things it's called IoT. It's a system of interrelated things using sensors that transfer data over a network. Iba-ibang sensors na nakakalat sa field or in your operations that gets data, and then it feeds you, and then it captures all the data and it sends it to you remotely without human interference. So hindi mo na pupuntahan yung isang bagay, makikita mo na kung ano yung kalagayan ng isang bagay na yung remotely using sensors. In 2018, I started a company called Packetworks. So it's a telco for things. It's similar to Globe and Smart, but of course, Globe and Smart are internet for people. We are a telco for things. So we connect different kinds of sensors, different kinds of things that can communicate. And then we provide the communication network for that. So here, just to share with you and to give you an idea of what Internet of Things is and what our company does, let me share with you this video. Sorry. Hold on. All right, I think I need to, I think the video doesn't have any sound. Okay, let me share the sound. Okay. Okay, and then. Okay, let me start again the video.
Experts predict that in 2020, there will be 50 billion devices connected to the internet. A connection not just of people to people, but machines to machines. This is the next evolution of the internet. This is the Internet of Things. One problem: the current internet was not designed to cost-effectively connect these billions of devices. Device cost, connectivity, poor battery life, and complicated configurations are a hindrance in making the Internet of Everything work. Packetworks is here to solve these problems. Think of us like a cell phone provider. Instead of connecting people, we connect things. A lot of things. In addition to our network, we also make devices. In fact, we have designed over 20 devices, and continually create customized devices for client-specific applications. Our devices touch people's everyday lives. Our systems monitor water and power consumption, air quality, water quality, and levels. We connect security and smoke alarms, report temp and humidity in rooms, offices, chillers, and freezers, movement sensors for offices and trackers for proximity cards, people counters to monitor visitor counts in your business in real time, survey buttons that can give you real-time feedback, even trackers that can keep track of your pets. All these devices run on batteries counted not in weeks or months, but in years. PacketWorks' network and devices allow you to connect and get insights from remote devices at your office or right on your mobile device. With long range of up to 50 kilometers and low power consumption, our devices will work and report in virtually any installation. With a very low cost to connect to our network and simple setup, you can start quickly. Our vision is to make the Philippines a destination, if not a leader in IoT solutions and services. To do this, we are creating and leading the ecosystem for IoT. We currently provide free connectivity for non-commercial use. We have partnered with over 20 of the top schools here in the Philippines and provide curriculum and hardware development kits. We host talks and training sessions to enable the next generation to be well-versed in this technology. Be a part of the next Internet today. Call us at 632-971-9211 or 63917-189-7613 and see how we can make your business or life better. Check us out at www.packetworks.com.
All right, just that was a brief explanation of what the Internet of Things is, no? So let me share with you the architecture, a simple diagram of how we can connect things. Let's say you have a farm, and then you want to monitor, for example, your temperature, the temperature of one of your farms. So there's a wireless sensor that connects to a gateway. It's like an antenna. So that gets the data from the sensor. And then that data is pushed through the internet. Tapos itong data nito ay makikita nyo and you can see it in your computer and eventually in your cell phone. So this is a brief explanation of how we connect things. We provide the sensors and also the gateways and also the solution. So we're end-to-end. Ang solution ho namin is end-to-end. We provide the sensor to the communication up to the visualization of the data in your computer and in your cell phone. And we use the technology called LoRaWAN, or it's called Long Range Wireless Area Network technology. So what's good about this technology is this. Here are the benefits. Our communication technology is number one, long range. So sensors, you can connect as far as 25 kilometers away or even more. So if you have a gateway, if you have an antenna, you can connect as far as 25 kilometers or more. Any sensors as far as 25 or more, you can connect. So napakahaba, it's really long range. Number two, yung mga sensors ho namin, sensors that can run on this technology are low power. So sensors can run on battery, not in weeks, but in years. If you want to get the temperature, for example, or humidity in the area of your farm, let's say once or twice in the day, or once every hour, for example, the battery can last at least 4 or 5 years. So it's very low power. And number three, it's low cost. The subscription cost for the connectivity is very low for mass adoption. So the technology is there. It's not difficult anymore to adapt to this technology or to look for technology that can connect all different kinds of sensors that can make your farm smarter. The technology is already here and it's available to everybody. So PacketWorks is currently building the national LoRaWAN network that can help not only farmers but all different kinds of industries and sectors to help the Philippines be globally competitive. So I'd like to go more deeply into the applications naman of IoT in pig production. So how do we apply this Internet of Things? The technology of communicating different sensors ay nandyan na. So what are the specific applications? So this time, I don't know if it's possible, but if you would like to raise any questions, you can just easily let me know. I don't know how, no, but if it's not possible to raise questions, maybe later on. But if you can, just anytime during my presentation, you can ask a question. But if not, again, later we'll have an open forum and question and answer. So what are the applications of IoT in pig production? Number one, it's for farm efficiency. You can monitor, you can manage different things. Under farm efficiency, you can manage electricity consumption, you can manage water, and you can manage also your inventory. For electricity, you can monitor electric consumption to ensure efficient operations. For water as well, you can monitor as well water consumption. You can detect leaks, burst pipes for efficient operations. And last one is inventory management. You can manage your silos. You want to know the temperature. You want to know the humidity in all your silos. You can put sensors in it, and then you can get that data remotely from wherever you are. Aside from that, for inventory management, you can also know your stocks. Maubos na ba yung stocks? How many is left in my stock inventory? And of course, warehouse environment conditions. We will go into more details later on. Probably in the question and answer, I can share with you some more. This is a sample of a smart farm command center. This is a dream that we'd like to help a lot of farmers with. So you'll have your own command center where you can monitor all your operations in your command center. And what's good about this is that also you can access this data even if you're working from home. This is one of the things that the new normal has forced us to do, in work from home. So with this technology, you can monitor, and then you can monitor it even if you're at home or wherever you are. So this is a sample of monitoring of a building or of a farm. Or if you have different buildings in your farm, you can monitor the electric consumption or water consumption, and then you can, with that, you can predict, you can control even turning off and on anything, because the technology that we're sharing, the technology that we have is two-way. So you can monitor, it can send you data, and you can send command back. Using an actuator, you can turn off electricity, you can turn off water. So it's two-way communication. Here's a sample of a dashboard for silos. Kung gusto niyo malaman yung laman ng silo, how many is still remaining, the condition inside the silo, I know it's very important for you guys. So you'll see the temperature, you'll see the humidity, and everything within a given week, within the past month, or within the past year. You can do that now remotely. And then number two application for IoT is, of course, very important as well for everybody, is yung animal health monitoring. First would be ambient sensors. You have a lot of things to monitor that probably ngayon po you monitor it manually. But with this technology, you can use different sensors and monitor it wherever you are. You can monitor temperature, you can monitor humidity, CO2, and ammonia in your farm. And then you will have graphs and tables that you can look back into, or that you can see real time kung ano na nangyayari dun sa farm niya. This is a sample installation in one of the farms that we've helped. We've installed a temperature, humidity, and ammonia sensor in their farms. And if you can see on the right side, they can monitor daily what's happening dun sa temperature. And of course, you can also see humidity, CO2, and ammonia. Also, for animal health, you can use smart ear tags. This could be used to monitor the movement of pigs. I know you guys is very keen, important sa inyong movement. Also, the the temperature of the pig itself, no? Malalaman natin, and even the heart rate. So you can monitor every pig, every livestock that you have in your farm. And again, it will be sent through a dashboard that you can monitor anywhere. Number 3 application would be livestock tracking and geofencing. I think this could be applicable for free-range farms. If there are any one of you who are doing it, so we can put ear tags on the pigs or cattle or pigs, and you can monitor them wherever they are in your farm. And last one is an application for delivery tracking management. So you can know if you have different trucks, you deliver your pigs anywhere, you monitor where they are, if they stop, if they've delivered already the pigs to their destination. So you can monitor them. This is a sample of a dashboard. You know where they are. You know even the speed if you want to monitor that. You want to know the fuel level of your trucks. So a lot of applications for the Internet of Things in agriculture and in your industry. I'd like to end before we go to the question and answer is the importance really in this new normal that flexibility really is ability, and your agility to change and to adapt to the new technology is right now a superpower. So I hope you guys learned a lot, and I know we'll be learning a lot more in the question and answer. And I wish you well, and I hope you thrive with the new technologies that are available in this new normal. Thank you so much to everybody.
Thank you, Engineer Lawrence. So we have several questions and inquiries that are being raised. So first we have a question from Mr. Antonio Baroga. Engineer, can we request or can you mention big names in the industry utilizing your IoT if it's okay daw po na ma-raise yung, kumaga masabi, kung sino po yung nag-utilize na nito?
Oh, okay. Wide range. IoT is, IoT has different applications, and there are different industries that are using it, from smart cities, from water utilities, electric companies, logistics companies. For agriculture, there are some also who are using IoT now, but not yet fully. No, this is we've been in the forefront actually of convincing a lot of people to adopt this for the past 2 years. Now, we created our company in 2018, and then we're trailblazing actually. Nasa forefront kami of convincing everybody. But during this new normal, dito namin naramdaman that this is the time, and a lot of inquiries now, and a lot of projects are happening now. But to let you know, the one of the biggest adopters of this one is in the utility industry, water utilization and electric utilization. And I guess next one would be, of course, agriculture, because we're in a country, agriculture country.
Thank you, Engineer Lawrence.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear the audio. May you repeat it again? I'm really sorry.
Yes, engineer. Can you do something to address like increased temperature, humidity? Like there is actuator to handle. In the picture is open housing, so that we can address this.
Yes. Thank you for your question. Yes. So like what I said a while ago, it's the LoRa technology that we're initiating in this country is communication. It has two-way communication. So from the sensor, if you get the temperature of humidity in your farm, it sends you the data, and then when you get it in your computer, you can send back you can send back a control, and then using an actuator, it can turn on anything. It can turn on a heater. It can turn on something that you want to control to increase or decrease temperature, increase or decrease humidity, depending on your preference. So two-way yung communication niya. You can get data and you can send data.
Thank you, engineer.
So another question from Miss Elaine Balatero. Pwede po ba itong gamitin sa poultry farm?
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for your question. Yeah. When we were testing this technology, we tested in two areas, two applications, poultry, broiler, and in pig farms, so both of them. We felt that the devices that we have used in the pig farms are also applicable also to the poultry. So both ways, both industries pwede.
Okay po. Another question po. Where can we avail of the sensors and how much?
All right. Okay. Well, sensors, we provide sensors. You can buy the sensors from us. You can just contact me anytime. And again, it's end-to-end solution. So we provide the sensor, we provide the communication, we provide also the software or the dashboard in your computer, in your phone. So to give you the pricing, it could be better if it's going to be a total package, because you can't use a sensor on its own. Kailangan mo gamitin end-to-end. So, but just to give you an idea, it's not as expensive as the previous technologies probably that was offered before. You know, this technology is called the disruptive technology. Ito yung technology na you don't need millions to adopt, to use in your farm. And what's good about this is that sensors can be, if you just need a few sensors, you can install it, and then later on next month you want more sensors to be added, just go ahead. So this is very flexible. We designed it in a way na para mas ma-adapt ng masses, because I think we really want to help out the farmers. So this technology, you don't need millions, you don't need to invest a lot. So it's for mass adoption.
Ibibigay na lang namin siguro engineer yung contact sa mga sa mga attendees natin to further para direct line sila kay engineer.
Yes, so I'm sorry I couldn't say the price because it might be misleading, no? Because we design it specialized for a certain farm. So different farms tayo, so I'm really sorry about that. But
so it will be depending dun sa size and everything. Ano po?
Yes. Yes.
Sige po. So another question po from Russell Martin. Is there an institution or bank that offer loans to avail the technology so small farmer can afford? Do you have any idea?
Well, I think there are, but there will be some businesses, some banks made that, and institutions that would definitely be able to help the farmers. We've been in discussion with that with the government and with some LGUs. No, but I think very soon. That's why I said this new technology, this new normal, ito yung nag-accelerate talaga ng lahat ng projects. And I think sooner or later, it's going to be very easy to avail. Yung mga ganong loan and studies and testing that is sponsored by an institution.
Okay po. Ito from anonymous attendee po, engineer. Is there any suggestion, recommendation on how this would be applicable on the smallhold farms in the country?
Smallholds farm, meaning the smaller sizes. Is that? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we designed this for mass adoption, and this is again a disruptive technology, a disruptive business that can easily be adaptable to any size farm, any size ng farm mo. So malaking farm, maliit na farm, kaya natin i-digitalize yan. This is our mission to help out, not just we want to help out everybody. So inclusive technology, if I call it that, from big to small farms, we can implement easily this technology.
From Mr. Aris Tibar, is it cost effective to adopt this technology for backyard farming?
For backyard, okay.
Yes.
Well, backyard would be, well, just we can adopt this big or small. So even for backyard, you can use it. You know, if there's something good about Internet of Things, it's inclusive. You know, it doesn't discriminate how big or how small you are. Inclusive, just as long as you want something to be detected, you want something to be remotely operated, or you have a problem, you can't get the data. So this solves it. So pwede to masikanina. Basta may problem and you want to solve it, most probably the Internet of Things could solve it for you. In terms of digitalization, yung modernization of what you're doing now.
Another question po ulit. Ito, madami-dami pa yata engineer ito.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. How this technology can help in mitigating GHG in livestock farms?
Okay. Sorry, I'm not so familiar with the
GHG.
The greenhouse gas.
The greenhouse.
Okay, greenhouse gases. There are sensors that can sense volatile organic compounds in the air. If that is inclusive in your definition of greenhouse gases, then yes, you can monitor it. You know, the sensors can also it monitors ammonia and CO2. So kung kasama yun doon, you can easily check the situation in your farm. So the sensors can send you the levels, and then it sends you in your computer, and it sends a warning that you're above the required levels of gases. So you can do something immediately rather than be reactive and react after days pa. Ito, you know it right away because of alarms.
Summarize ko na lang, engineer, itong dalawang magkasunod na question since parang related siya. Ano po? So yung una is how much would it be for the total package of the software, and then how long to get back the ROI, and then if we avail of the sensor, kung may kung may representative daw po from your company who will be installing it in the farm.
Yes. Okay. All right. We do subscription. Our business model for the software is subscription based, just like with the communication. So every sensor, in order for it to communicate, we charge a specific amount per sensor. Compared to the old technology, the current technology, sensors had to be you have to either place a SIM card so that it can send data. Ito hindi na. And you know how much a SIM card with the data plan in it, 300 pesos per month. But our technology doesn't, it's way, way, way below yung ganun charges. Again, it's for mass adoption. So may charge kami dun, we charge for the subscription communication. We also have a charge for the software. It's also parang subscription based. So every device, if you use it in our software, there's a corresponding price for every device. So that's another one. And then your question about you installing the sensors. Ang maganda ho dun sa mga sensors namin, it's plug and play. So what I mean is that when we deliver the sensors to you, when you order the sensors, just take it, just open it up, get it from the box, and then just put it wherever you want. That's how easy it is. And ang maganda dito, it runs on battery. If you remember my presentation, it's the benefits of the technology is that devices are low power. So battery operated, you don't need any wiring in your farm. Kunin mo lang yung sensor, ilagay nyo lang, you screw it or somewhere, or you use a 3M tape, yung adhesive tape, just put it there, and then you can move it. You can move it to building A, building B, wherever you are. So, ganun ka-easy to set it up. So I hope I answered it. May subscription-based in communication, subscription sa software, tapos very easy to install. Even you guys can install it.
Okay po. Ayan. Next question po, Engineer. How can this technology prevent the spread of ASF?
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a tough one. No? Yeah, but I'm glad you guys asked that. ASF is like a virus. It's like COVID. Kung relate ko, no. So it's a sickness. I know you guys in your farms, you guys know more of what the condition you need to monitor in your farm. For example, anong condition ng isang livestock ninyo to know that it's sick or it has something. You know? This technology, the ear tags, probably it can help you monitor the temperature of your pigs if it's sick. You know? So real time, malalaman mo if there's something wrong with the livestock that you have. So you can easily do something about it. So yun yung maganda doon. Malalaman mo kagad individual pigs and what's happening to them. If it's temperature, if it's movement ng pigs, if the pig is not moving as often as it is, you can monitor it. If it alarms in your cell phone or in your computer. So makikita mo kagad if something's wrong with your livestock. So baka ganun. But mitigating it, you like stopping it. Yun, that could be one of the solutions that this technology offers.
We have another question. So we will be just entertaining the last ilan ba to? Last 10 questions for this because we will be moving for the question coming from our Facebook Live. So from Miss Marjorie Cepina, these technologies are very useful. Is the government already informed about the technology or it is presented only to private companies who can fund this type of innovation? So, engineer, may linkage na ba tayo sa government?
Government? Well, your group actually is not the number one. Is really helping us out. And thank you talaga sa inyo. No? You invited me over to share this technology. And government is into it. And I guess nga, it's gonna be fast. It's gonna move faster now because of the new normal that requires us to have remote monitoring. Remote operations and improve, of course, yung agribusiness natin dito sa Pilipinas. So yes, may government, meron ding private, where they know about this technology. And kami, dire-diretso kami to also go to the different schools and universities. We have different seminars that we give because yung Internet of Things industry is very new. It's been here like for 2-3 years pa lang. So we want the college students really, we influence them, we tell them the new technology para pag graduate sila ng college, we have fresh ideas. We have these people to adopt this technology. And then there, they can go to the manufacturing, they can go to whatever industry, and most especially, they can go to agri and use that knowledge na implant namin sa kanila while they were in college.
Okay. Question from Dr. Imelda Hebron. Can the sensors work amidst MUD and organic dirt in farms?
Organic dirt, MUD and organic farms. Not so familiar.
And organic dirt.
Organic dirt, okay. Not so familiar with those things, but if it can be if anything that you want to monitor in your farm and you're doing it manually now, we can solve that. If you monitor organic, whatever parameter you want to monitor, but before you were having difficulty monitoring it, now with this technology, we can send that data anywhere now. So if that's a question, sana nasagot ko tama, no? So anything that you want to monitor, we can get that data and send it to you.
Okay. So, again po from Mr. Aris Ibar, siguro related to dun sa question kanina, is your company accepting collaboration with state college and university?
Yes, yes. Invite us. We want to be invited. No, if you want to invite us to give a talk in your university, I know there's one university last year, De La Salle, in Valenzuela. Sorry, forgive me, but De La Salle Agri University. We discussed with them, and we're planning to go there and then teach their students and give some seminars to their students yung application ng IoT. Tapos we also provide curriculums to them. So para yun, may collaboration kami with them.
I'm sure, Engineer, after this, marami kang ma-access or marami mag-i-inquire sa university. Ibibigay pa man din namin yung contact number niya, Engineer. Manda ka. Ayun po. So yun, ito pag-iisahin ko na po yung question kasi this is regarding the connectivity sa internet kasi. Yung limitation in terms ng connectivity, especially in remote areas where some farms are located. And the other one is, how fast is the recommended internet speed for your technology? Yan. I am currently using IP cameras for monitoring activities in our facility using prepaid internet connection, and streaming is pretty satisfactory.
Okay.
So yun, connectivity tayo ngayon.
Connectivity, great. Our company is first and foremost telco, a connectivity company. So I love that question. Okay, remote areas. Okay, I'm glad you asked that kasi ang internet, ang LoRaWAN, yung long range wireless area network, really is designed for remote areas, especially areas without internet connection. Because what it does, imagine nyo yung Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi in your house, it just sends out yung connectivity within maybe 2 or 3 rooms. Siguro mga 5-10 meters away lang yan. But using our technology, using the LoRaWAN communication, you can extend that to about 25 kilometers or more. So it's perfect for remote areas. Pag wala ng internet doon, you can use this. Our record in connecting sensors is from Laguna to Antipolo. We have a sensor in Antipolo, and then our antenna is in Nuvali area. We were able to connect. But of course, dahil it's open Laguna Lake, so walang buildings, walang bundok, so talagang nakaka-traverse siya really far distances. Record in Europe, because this technology came from Europe, forefront sila in this technology. Record is that a sensor was placed in a balloon, sent it out 300 or 350 kilometers away. They can connect the sensor. So the first question about remote, it connects really remote areas. But it's limited in the it's limited to packets of data only. Okay? So hindi po siya makakapag-stream ng videos, hindi po siya makakapag-send ng pictures. What it does is that it just sends you small amounts of data. For example, a temperature reading. That's the only thing that those small data lang ang kaya ng iba to lang malayo. So just to give you, just to explain a little bit more about this technology. So it's best for telemetry. Yung mga maliliit na data lang, temperature, humidity, pulse rate, heart rate, readings in your water, GPRS locations. Yun lang yun yung kaya niya. But of course, this antenna, itong LoRaWAN antenna mo that sends out in 25 to 30 kilometers away, this has to be connected to an internet connection. So you ask, your third question is about your bandwidth. Mabilis yung, you mentioned about your speed. It doesn't require that much speed. It requires at most 8 kbps. So I want to repeat that, 8K, not Mbps, 8 kbps connection. It just uses up 8 kbps. Because nga of the reason that it just sends packets of data that you can use in your farm. So again, it doesn't send videos, pictures. It just sends you the important packets of data that you need to monitor things in the farm. I hope I answered it.
Thank you, Engineer. So, another question, i-summarize ko lang po kasi parang halos parehas naman to. So, yung una po, pwede po bang ma-monitor ang mga masasamang loob or those uninvited guests sa ating farm? And then, is there a camera to see your animal?
Okay. Masasamang loob. Siguro, ito yung
Uninvited
theft.
engineer.
Theft, ano? Pag nanakaw, for example. Ano? Well, yes, you can do that. There's an application for that as well. There's a sensor that when you cross, when you open a door that's supposed to be locked, you know, there's an alarm. That alarm sends out the data to you. No? So, you can count the number of people that's coming in and out of your building. So that's a part of the security application for LoRaWAN. But for you to send videos, that's a different connection. You really need high bandwidth now. You can't use LoRaWAN anymore. Pero mga maliliit na packets of data like, for example, you have a storage room that shouldn't be open. Dapat yun, you're the only one to open it. You can put a sensor in it. Pag bumukas yun, sumara, you get alarm through your cell phone that somebody opened it. So, yeah. Siguro another one application is that yung ear tags ng mga pig. So, you can have a geofencing in your farm. Kapag yung pig na yun, kinuha, lumabas dun sa farm mo, it sends you an alarm that yung isang animal o isang pig is not within your compound anymore. So, pwede rin yun. Not unless tanggalin niya yung ear tag. Na? So, pag tinanggal niya, you can't monitor the pig anymore. So, a lot of applications.
Okay po, thank you. Ito, ano ko na rin, pagsamahin ko na rin po kasi tungkol naman ito sa technical assistance and consultations. So, included daw po ba dun sa package yung consultation para ma-address yung needs and concerns ng end user? Or ito, the company po ba will provide it for free? Yun, yung technical assistance.
Yes, thank you for that question. Yes, of course, technical assistance is provided. Our sensors have warranty as well. And we usually visit the farm, check it out, and then recommend things for you. So nandun lahat, yung sales service, technical service, and warranties of the devices. It's there.
So from Doc Hyde Nadella po, she was asking kung nag-install po ba tayo in Mindanao area, particularly in Davao?
Okay. Davao area. Well, last year we had some inquiries in Mindanao and Visayas. Right now, of course, you want to help a lot of people. We're still open, no? Although I'm really not so sure if it's possible na to fly over. So baka may mga ganun concerns pa tayo. But you know, it's the new we do business nowadays na bago. So we can communicate over phone, over video conferencing. You can virtually share the layout of your plant so that we can see it online. So we can do a lot of things if we can't visit you. So marami pwedeng gawin para po makatulong kami sa even if you're in another island.
Okay, engineer, may farm na po ba sa Pilipinas na gumagamit ng ganitong technology?
Yes, we have one in Batangas that's using it. We also that's for pigs, and there's another one also in Bulacan who used it for poultry. So those are two. Though very limited yung application nila, it's still for ambient monitoring, environment monitoring. So we have yet to do a project for the ear tags, but we want to. You know, it's something new. We get excited every time there's a new application. So right now we haven't done the ear tags yet, but if you are interested to work with us to test that out, let us know. Also, with the help of ITCPH, of course, we can test that new application for ear tags.
Regarding the ear tags, may nagtanong from our chat. Smart ear tags, for example, how much po?
Oh, okay. This one, I have no, I couldn't say for the pricing now. Again, it has to be further tested. You know, yung picture that I sent to you was a big farm from Europe, from Sweden, I think. So they're the ones who are doing this now, and some other farms in Europe. I don't know here in Philippines. So we haven't done it yet, so we don't know exactly the price. But if there's a project you want to explore this with us, including of course ITCPH, let's do this project. Let's try to explore this.
Okay, ear tags with RFID. Ayan, ear tags pa rin po with RFID. Meron din daw po ba? There is a very much interested daw po.
RFID, I think it can be done. Can be done with RFID.
So possible. Okay. I think last 3 questions we have here. Does the technology has the basic disease diagnosis, or it has ability to assess the health status of the pigs?
Okay. It gives you the basic conditions of the pig, temperature of the pigs, and also the heart rate, and also the movement of the pigs. So those are the basic 3 things. Humidity of the area where they are, what they feel now at that given real time. So these are some of the things that you can monitor. So from those things, I think you'll be able to know the condition. So if they're sick or not, if there's an abnormal thing that's going on, if they're moving and then suddenly the next day they're just there, they're not moving anymore. I've been reading as well, but of course you guys might know it more. I think yung time na mga anak yung pigs, there's some movement. So and then there's active movement, and then afterwards they will be slowing down. So those are important things as well to monitor. And when they are giving birth, I think there's different parameters also in their health that you can monitor. So makikita po natin yan once we know exactly what they're going through, what they feel.
Okay. Is there a part of the software to process troubleshooting or inform the operators if there's a power interruption?
Yes. If you're, I hope I'm getting this question right now. Kung ang question po is related po dun sa electricity ng isang farm, yes.
Process troubleshooting. Process troubleshooting if it can inform the operators na may problema or may power interruption na nangyayari.
Yes. You'll see the electric consumption. You can also put sensors in your connections. If that's very important to you, na dapat hindi siya mawala ng power, we can put a sensor in that para malaman natin kung nag-trip or hindi. Those basic things. Again, yung isa sa mga big applications namin is in the power sector and water. sector. So those are two things that they really want us to monitor. Pag may interruptions in power, interruptions in water, they want to get alerted. And what's good about that is that you know exactly where it's going to happen, where it happened. Minsan kasi alam natin na nawala ng kuryente pero hindi natin alam kung anong circuit breaker, for example. Ito malalaman po natin exactly. So mapupuntahan nyo kagad na kung nasan siya.
Ang daming pwedeng gawin.
Oo, yeah.
Ang daming pwedeng gawin. Kailangan lang natin sensors.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, okay. Okay, ito po, last question from our Facebook Live. For small-scale or backyard farming, can we use Arduino for simple monitoring and water management?
Yes. Yes, you can use it. Yes, that's what we use as well in our sensors. So yeah, right now
You can use.
Yeah, you can use it. And right now that the network is starting to gain ground, meaning yung LoRaWAN network that we're building, it's starting to become bigger and bigger in the whole Philippines. Right now, we're covering about 80% of Metro Manila, so may signal na ho doon ng LoRaWAN. Dito sa Laguna, we've started as well our gateways, so may coverage na a few areas, Calamba, Cabuyao, Cavite is in Silang, meron na, in Bacoor, meron na, in Batangas, Lipa, a few parts of Lipa already has. So the network is growing and growing. So you can use the sensors to connect to the network. But if you want to use the sensors, it has to be registered, of course, through the network. So may mga protocols po tayo doon. So if you use just the ordinary Arduino, tapos you couldn't, and then you don't register it to us, you can't use it in the network. So yun po yung situation. But yes, you can use those things.
So the possibility is endless pala, engineer, no?
The possibility
is endless.
I'd like to siguro ang dami ko rin sinabi, no? But a lot of applications nga, sabi na nga, a lot of possibilities. But I just want to say, I want to go back again to what I mentioned a while ago, that I'm glad that the leaders, the influencers that are attending your conference are really adopting. Ang gaganda ng questions nila. But the next question is, the next problem is, with too many applications, where do they start? Minsan baka ganun sa dami. What I just want to encourage you guys is to just start. Think of the most important thing that you really want to solve, and then start. Your plan might not be perfect when you start, but any plan that's not perfect but implemented is better than a perfect plan that's not implemented. So I just want to say that just start with something, and then it will grow and grow from there on.
So if they have any inquiry naman, engineer, open naman yung line nyo for their inquiries in the future. Kasi
Yes,
mukhang marami gustong mag-adapt.
Yes, Ma'am Rhea. Yeah, it's open, so no problem.
Okay. So we have answered na yung question natin, lahat ng mga question, send through our Q&A and then as well as from the live Facebook. So again po, we would like to express our deepest gratitude for extending his valuable time to us, tsaka yung knowledge, So it's an eye-opener for us na, pwede rin pala sa agriculture yung Internet of Things, So it's step ahead again para sa ating agriculture industry. So again po, we would like to express our deepest gratitude to Engineer Lawrence Guevarra for extending his expertise for this anniversary, for this webinar. Again po, thank you, Engineer.
Thank you, Engineer.
You're welcome, Rhea, Elaine, and happy 35th anniversary again to everybody.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wala na ako sa